The first thing I remember is the sting of the wine, cold, sharp, dripping down my face while the room froze. Her smile didn't falter. "That's to disinfect a poor girl," his mother said, voice smooth as the vintage she'd just thrown. "Pay $200,000 if you want to marry my son." And my fiancé laughed, right beside me. That was the moment something inside me went quiet. Not broken, quiet. I smiled, dabbed my face with a napkin, and said, softly, "Then I'm canceling all business with your company." They didn't understand what I meant. Not yet. Backstory. When I first met Adrian, he was everything calm and golden. He said I grounded him. I said he challenged me. We met at a charity gala where his family's corporation partnered with my startup. He admired my drive, said I wasn't like the others. I believed him. For months, I let him see the real me, the girl who'd built something from nothing, who'd clawed her way up from a one-room apartment into boardrooms full of men twice her age. His mother smiled at me then, too. That kind of smile women use to measure how long they have before the knife goes in. Discovery. It started small. A canceled date because mom needs help with a proposal. A sudden disinterest in my work. Then, a conversation I wasn't supposed to hear. His mother on the phone saying, "She's not one of us, Adrian. End it before it becomes a scandal." He didn't defend me. He just said, "I'll handle it." And he did. By playing both sides, promising me love while preparing to let me take the fall for a deal his family had been manipulating through my company's contract. They thought I was too blinded by love to notice. They underestimated the girl who built empires from rejection letters. The shift. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I started watching. His mother's company depended on my logistics network to ship their luxury products. That contract, worth 8 figures, was signed under my name. So I smiled through dinners, kissed Adrian's cheek, and quietly moved my assets. By the time I walked into that dinner with his parents, I'd already rerouted every contract, every vendor, every ounce of control. The moment she threw the wine, she baptized herself in her own destruction. The plan. 2 hours after that dinner, I called my legal team. Within 72 hours, their shipments froze worldwide. Logistics halted, storage fees multiplied, international clients demanded refunds. Their empire bled money every minute I stayed silent. Adrian texted me nonstop. First apologies, then anger. I didn't reply. Instead, I leaked one internal email chain from their office showing evidence of price manipulation. Nothing illegal, just unethical enough for the press to bite. Their brand stock dropped 12% overnight. And when the board began asking questions, I sent them proof of my termination clause, the one his mother insisted I sign months ago, giving me full operational independence. She'd handed me the blade. I only had to twist it. Climax. 3 weeks later, I walked into their corporate headquarters, uninvited. The same woman who threw wine in my face was sitting behind glass walls, face pale, reporters swarming outside. Adrian stood beside her, guilt etched into his expensive features. "Why are you here?" she hissed. I placed a folder on her desk. "That's the final transfer of your contracts to new suppliers. I came to tell you, your debts to my company are settled. In full." She flipped through the pages, confusion melting into dread. "You'll never work in this city again," she spat. I smiled. "I don't need to. I own your shipping lines now." Adrian took a step toward me. "You ruined us, Emma." "No," I said quietly. "You laughed." Resolution. I left before they could answer. Outside, the air was cold, clean, the kind of cold that makes you feel reborn. For months, I'd imagined what revenge would feel like. It wasn't loud, it wasn't sweet. It was peaceful, like cutting the last thread that tied me to something rotten. A week later, I received a letter, his mother's signature on a bankruptcy filing. Another week, Adrian tried calling. I blocked the number. Love, I realized, was never the weakness they thought it was. It was the reason I learned how to build, how to protect, how to destroy with grace. They taught me that power doesn't come from wealth or bloodlines. It comes from knowing exactly when to walk away and make sure the door burns behind you. So, when I look back at that dinner now, I don't remember the sting of wine. I remember the taste of victory disguised as silence. And the moment I decided that if they wanted a war between classes, I'd end it by buying the battlefield.